as these horns and these fawns start dropping, we want to make sure we have lots of minerals for our deer herd. So something I'm doing this year that in the past I haven't ever mixed things. I've always just bought something and I've not had great success with it. So this year I've got 3 different items that I'm going to mix together. One is these Trophy Rock kind of granules, small rocks. I've never had good luck out of the Trophy Rocks. They don't seem to hit them. I've poured stuff on them and everything. They just kind of walk past them. But I'm going to use these granules because they do have good the minerals in them. They got a lot of calcium, phosphorus, salt, sodium, magnesium. They've got a lot of good minerals in here, but they don't seem to attract deer where I'm from. So I'm going to use 1 bag of this. I'm going to use a bag of this American Stockade Big 6 Mineral. You can get this stuff at Tractor Supply. It's kind of the whole reason I wanted to do this, is it was things you could get at Tractor Supply. So this is actually for horses and cows and things like that. Big 6 mineral salt for all classes of beef, dairy cattle, pigs, and horses. A lot of salt, iron, manganese, copper, among other things, but that's kind of the main stuff. But the Big 6 Stockman, and you can find just trace mineral bags too. I almost got just the trace mineral 50-pound sack. This was cheaper. I thought, well, I think most of the mineral is going to come from this. This itself, but this right here will help as well. So it's kind of salt, and then we've got this other one over here with a little bit more of the calcium and stuff like that. That's the only thing I wish I had more of, was calcium in these two. So this is a 50-pound bag for, I believe, 14 bucks, 15 bucks. This is a 30-pound bag of the Trophy Rock, and I believe it was 15 bucks as well, somewhere in there. So you can get a smaller one for 10, but these 2 bags here were 15 each. Now, the next thing, the third thing, is a little more about attraction. I'm using Black Magic because it does have a good scent to it. It does seem to bring deer in. For us, it's worked really good. This would be anything that you have had success with on your farm. Some people, maybe it's Acorn Rage or something like that, just some kind of an attractant, and this has worked really good for us, especially in spring and summer. And it has calcium, phosphorus, salt, sodium, fluoride, all those different ingredients that also help them as well, with a really strong smell. So what I'm going to do with this is I've got 2 buckets, making 2 different sites with it. I'm going to do half and half, so half in one, half in the other, mix it up good, and then we'll take these to our bait stations. All right, so I'm going to start off with the Trophy Rock because it is a bigger granular item, so I think as I pour other stuff on top of it, it'll mix down in it. And I want to make sure the Black Magic gets on everything. Put a little bit in there. So now I've got a little left in here. I'm going to go with this American Stockman Big 6 Mineral, and then I'll come back with more of that on top. I just want to make sure we can mix it all in there good. Try not to make a mess in the shop. It's a very fine powder, so I think it'll coat on that other stuff really good. So like last one, that's about half. So now I'm going to come in with some Black Magic. Definitely the sweeter, stronger smell in here. And you could maybe put some Kool-Aid or something in there with that as well to give it that sweet smell. Probably going to attract some bears doing too much of that though. Alright, so lid's on. Give those a good shake. And then we're going to finish them off. So put about half in, give them a good shake. Get that Black Magic mixed in on top of all that rock, and that get it mixed inside that Big 6 Mineral, and we just repeat the process. Heavy on the rock. Okay, so that's all of our Trophy Rock. That's a 50-pound sack of American Stockman Big 6 mineral. We're going to top everything off with our Black Magic. Advice I've got is don't use things with corn. If it has corn in it, it'll attract coons and possums and crap like that. They're going to pee and poop on everything, and I don't think the deer are too crazy about that. Not to mention, it's going to bring in coyotes to eat the coons as well. So this is another good reason to do half and then mix it, is when you get it full, it doesn't mix very good. Obviously, it'll mix when you get it in the dirt, but this top portion's a lot harder to shake up and get that Black Magic on all the good minerals as in attract it. So we've got our simple 3 items here mixed in our buckets. It makes 2 buckets full using those right there. Again, you might want to look at doing trace minerals instead of that American stock Big 6. And I'll make another batch before summer. You know, it's March right now. I'll make another batch in May or June and get it out, refreshing those. These buckets are full. That'll last a long time, months, it should. So let's get them out, get a cell camera on them, and see how they perform. All right, so I've got a Reveal SK looking over this mixture of minerals that I've put out for the deer. You can kind of see I just piled it up here. I've actually threw a block of that deer cocaine or deer cane or whatever they call it. One of their quick fix mixtures on top of it a little bit. Just something that might last a little longer if they do hammer this, or if this floods. This is a low area. So if you can tell, kind of a swampy area. You can see there's swamp back there. So if this were to flood and all of the good stuff either get washed away or get muddy and they don't want to eat it, maybe this block will last a little longer is the reason I set it there. So I've kind of set this up for early season. You can see I've got a raised blind area there. This is just a swamp. I mean, it is the main channel of the swamp comes down through here and then it opens up back in here. And so it's just, that is going to be really tall, thick grass. All back through, be cane and just tall grass. Same with over here. This is kind of an area where they feel safe. They come through here. You can kind of see these trails. I hope you can see them, but these low areas are just trails that deer and probably other things, beavers and coons and stuff, just constantly make through here. You can see another one up there. They're all wet right now from the rain, but this area is kind of a highway, an intersection where all these trails come together. That's kind of why I wanted this here. I think it's going to be right on their path of travel. So if they're in the area passing through, hopefully they'll bebop over here and get them a little bit of mineral. And if they keep doing it into September, I'll be in a ground blind over there, surrounded by snakes and mosquitoes, and right about a 20-yard shot if they keep coming to this mineral site into September, early October. So we'll let the camera do its thing, see how much activity we get in it. I've got a 12 volt on it because this is it's going to be real snaky. You can kind of see it starting to turn green. As this gets warmer and warmer, this is going to get real snaky in here. So I don't want to come in here if I don't have to. So I'm hoping that 12 volts will get me, 6 months out of the deal. And I don't have to come back here and change any batteries or anything.